Welcome to enabling Remedyforce notifications in the Salesforce Sandbox. Sometimes after creating a sandbox, the notifications for Remedyforce and other applications in the sandbox won't be sent. There are two reasons for this. Number one, the email deliverability settings. They're turned off. Or number two, the email addresses are modified during the sandbox creation. Both of these are done deliberately by Salesforce to reduce the load on the email servers and to ensure that customers don't actually send out thousands of emails. So let's look at how to turn these notifications on. First, we have to log into the Sandbox. A Sandbox instance will have a CS name here instead of an NA, an AP, or an EU for the production ones. To log into the Sandbox from your production org, click Setup, and in the quick find type in Sand, don't press enter, then click Sandboxes, and you can click Login. An alternative method is to go to test.salesforce.com. If you choose the test.salesforce.com, it'll be your production username followed by the sandbox name, which in this case is JD 2018. Also, the password will be your password at the time the sandbox was created. In this case, mine was created back in January, so the password will be whatever it was back in January. Once we log into the sandbox, there are two things to check. First, go to Setup, go to Users, and take a look at the email addresses. You'll notice that the email addresses have been changed. They're modified to contain an equal sign and then @example.com. So this email address for this user would have been jim_dubchak@bmc.com in production. Well, Salesforce replaced the @ with an equal sign and then added an example.com. So if I wanted this user to get an email notification, I would have to edit it and update the email address to a valid email address. And you will have to confirm the email change. You'll be sent an email, you can click the link, and then the email will update in the sandbox. Here's an example of the email address with the confirmation link. And we can copy the link and paste it into a new browser tab. Press enter and click continue. Now if we go back and look at the user, we'll notice the email address has been updated. The next thing to check is the email deliverability settings. So from Setup in the sandbox, click your username, click Setup. In the quick find, type Deliver, click Deliverability, and by default this org has already been modified. It's set to no access. So you want to change this to all email and then click Save. Now that the user's email address has been updated and the deliverability has been set to all, the users will now be able to receive notifications in the sandbox. Thank you for watching Enabling Remedyforce Notifications in a Salesforce Sandbox.